Yeah, welcome back to my channel. Please get into this look. Very much flawless vibes. So I'm starting off with my Juvia's Place palette, and I'm using that brown color in her crease, and I'm like tapping as I build the color just to buff out the ends a bit, just to give it a more blended look as I start. And I'm just basically just putting that color in her crease as a base for all the colors I'm gonna lay down. Now I'm going in with like a very nude color from my Morphe 39A palette, and I'm just using that to buff out the ends of the the edges of the first color I just laid down, just to give it that blended look into her brow bone. Now we're going to give her crease some depth and definition, honey. So when I go in with that brown shade, I also do that thing where I swirl, but I blend upwards just to, get some blending out the way. But yes, we're just putting on that brown shade just to give her eyes some depth. So when I cut that crease, you can see like a crisp difference between those colors and the shades I'm going to lay on her lid. I'm going back in with that brown from my Juvia's Place palette to blend out the edges of the dark brown I just put down. And this is to give everything a seamless blend, a seamless gradient, so there's no harsh lines. Louise Base in shade number 2. I'm gonna just use that to carve out her crease, just to cut the crease. I really take my time when doing this. This is probably the longest part, but this is just so I have a symmetrical oval shape on both eyes. So when cutting the crease, please don't rush. Take your time. Perfection is better than time. Does that make sense? I don't know. Taking my blending brush and I'm just patting away the excess base on her lid. We're using matte shadows, so you want to get rid of as much excess base as possible, because when matte shadows adhere to something wet or sticky, it just looks nasty and all cracked, and that's not what we're going for. Masquerade palette. Is it the Masquerade? I think it's either the Masquerade or the Magic. I'll put everything in the description box. But I'm going with the Masquerade palette by Louise Base, and I'm taking that like white nudish shade and I'm just putting that all over the lid, kind of to set the base, but also because that's the color that I really wanted on the lid. Taking this like flat brush from e.l.f. and I'm just taking that same shade and I'm just getting closer to that line of the cut crease, just so that everything is just flawless and all the shades are not patchy, and just to get like a closer touch to that line. I'm using this dark brown shade in my Morphe 39A palette, and I'm just basically smoking out the outer portion of the cut crease. I'm so like tired of talking. Like, I don't know if I should keep doing voiceovers or just let music play. But like, yeah, I'm kind of sick of voiceovers now. As I'm blending this color in, I'm like slightly swiping back and forth just so I can get like a decent gradient into that white color. Like, just watch my hand motions as I place that color. It's not like I'm packing it on. I'm like feathering it on really lightly. Going back in with that white just to make sure everything is blended. Literally the key to this look, well, the key to every look is honestly just blending, but because these are matte shadows and it's like a gradient effect, the key is definitely blending, honey. Using this really warm tone brown, it's like a medium brown from the same Morphe palette. I'm just putting it like in the center of the lid kind of, and just swiping back and forth with those feather-like motions like before, just to get that blend between the dark brown and that white. Like, that's like the middle color that kind of like blends and unifies everything together. I'm going in with my white eyeliner from NYX. This liner was like tricky as hell. It was like literally dragging me, beating my ass, all that. Like, my black eyeliner didn't finish drying all the way, so when I put the white, the black would come up and then I have to wait. Then on the other eye, it'd be all patchy. Like, you could see me going over it right now because it kept coming off patchy, and like, this liner was just not working with me today at all. Y'all, I'm still on this white liner. Like, it was not working at all. I'm taking this oil control primer mist from e.l.f. I thought it was really cool because I never use like a mist as a primer, But yeah, that's what I'm using this time. And then I'm taking like a buffing brush and I'm just tapping that into her face just to make sure that the primer really does seep into her skin. And then I'm going in with my Fit Me foundation in shade 340. Just applying that all over her face, spreading it out to make blending easier when I get my brush. And yeah. Blending her face with my Instapop Real Techniques face brush, you know, same brush, different face. Like I never change my face brushes out. Like I stick to that one brush. Okay, that sounds dirty. I like stick to that one brand of brush. Okay, yeah, I'm just blending out her foundation with my Instapop face brush. I'm still blending. Let me tell you about this look. So I wanted to recreate, if you watch Kiki Adams, you know, she made like a neutral cut crease with like a black glitter liner. I wanted to recreate that, but it kind of went in a different direction and I didn't want to use glitter. I feel like I've been using glitter too much lately, so I just stuck to the neutral liner and then the neutral look, and then I just use a white liner to pop. But I kind of used the same color scheme as hers because she used the neutral brown scheme. But yeah, she definitely inspired this look. I love her as a makeup artist. She's so talented. So yeah, y'all should check her out for real. I'm using my Fit Me concealer in the shade 40 just to highlight the points of her face, under her eyes, her chin, bridge of her nose, and her forehead. It's the same like procedure with every face, honestly. The shades just might change a little bit. Going in with my NYX contour palette that I buy literally for that brown shade. That one deep dark brown shade is the only one that I use in that whole palette. But I'm just using that to contour her face, just carve out her cheekbones. I place it along her temple and along her jawline as well. I'm taking my Instapop cheek brush and I'm using that to blend out the highlight that I placed down. I use it to blend out the edges of the highlight, and then I go back in with my Real Techniques sponge and I get in like the crevice of her eye, like under her actual eye. Get my ultimate face blending brush by e.l.f. Like, y'all, when I tell you I use the same brushes, like the same brand of brushes, just because like I just stick to what I know basically. So I'm just using that to blend out her contour, blending it into her temple and upwards into her highlight, just to give it like a unified look. Y'all already know I stay going back in with that foundation brush just to make sure everything is blended together. I also need to use a new word because I'm always using blended, and I need to learn synonyms like ASAP. I'm just setting her face with my Black Radiance Banana Loose Setting Powder, setting everywhere that I highlighted, and then I go back in and I kind of like carve out under her contour, but I think that's later in the video. But I also do that with the setting powder as well. Now I'm going in with my holy grail for black girl bronzing, my tried and true, the Black Radiance contour palette. I literally love this color. Like, it's like the perfect warm tone bronzing color. So I'm just setting the perimeter of her face, basically everywhere that I place the contour. And I feel like everyone should get one of these palettes. Like, they have them in 3 shades. They have them in light to medium, medium to dark, and dark to deep. So there's really a shade for everyone, and it's available at Walmart. So seriously, go check it out. I'm just cleaning up where I contoured and or bronzed with that banana powder in my sponge. Just, you know, dragging that line lightly though, because when you put too much pressure, that line is like stuck on their face. Not stuck, but you can really tell that you put powder there. And I had to learn that like the hard way, because I was like, why is it always so prominent? And then I realized that I applied too much pressure when I put it. And now I'm just sweeping away that foundation with my I'm sweeping away the powder with my foundation brush. Oh my gosh. I'm using the same palette to sculpt her nose. I don't want to say I contour her nose because like I'm just kind of bronzing the color back to her nose. Just bring it back to life basically after all that powder and highlight, just to give the color and dimension back to her face. Using my foundation brush to to basically pat that powder in, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines from the bronzer that I just laid on her nose. With my Morphe blush palette, I'm telling you, all my other blushes be sitting in my kit neglected as hell because I don't touch any other blush but this palette. So I'm just like placing that along her the apples of her cheeks just to give her face some color. I'm going in with that same dark brown shade that I used previously on her eyes, and I'm just using that to smoke out her lower lash line. I'm taking my Essence white eyeliner pencil for this to put in her waterline. Y'all, I be wanting to use black eyeliner so bad, but I realized that some looks just need like a open type of eye. Like white eyeliner makes your eyes look bigger, more open, more fresh. Black eyeliner is more so like for like sultry looks when you're trying to like close the eye and give like a smize type of look. Highlight, I'm using my Wet n Wild highlighter, which I love. Like, it's like a subtle highlight, but it still like gives you that glow effect. It's like a disco ball, but a mini one, if you know what I'm trying to say. I'm using my lip liner from Kiss, which is like a beauty supply store brand, and Deep Coffee, I think. And I don't remember the name of the lip gloss I'm gonna apply, but it's from Dose of Colors. Again, I'm just gonna place everything in the description box, so whatever I miss or whatever y'all don't see, it'll be there. Forgetting to say that I always apply the lashes off camera. Now I'm just blending in her natural lashes with the falsies, and then I go in with my setting spray to finish off her face, and that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. What else do I need to say? That's it. Thanks for watching again. Bye.